Hi everyone, welcome to Craft Time. Today we're working on the letter F. F for fishbowl. So get out all your craft supplies and let's get started. In front of me I have a large piece of paper, an 11 by 14, that I've made into a fishbowl shape. As well, I have a piece of paper with lots of fishies on it, a piece of green paper, a piece of blue paper, and some googly eyes, as well as my glue, my scissors, and my markers. So let's get started. Let's look at what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be filling this fishbowl with fish, but in order to do that, we need to color our fish. But we're also working on numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what does that mean? Let's go ahead and move our fishbowl to the side so that we can focus on our fish. Now, we have 5 numbers. Each number is going to get its own color. So I have 1 fish to start. So that 1 fish is going to be 1 color. So grab whatever color you'd like. I'm going to be using orange. And I'm just going to go in for 1 of my fish. And I'm going to color my fish in, like so. The first one just happens to be a goldfish. Now we're going to count to 2. 1, 2. So for those 2 fish, they're going to be their own color. So let's go in and do 2 fish in a different color. For me, it's going to be green. So I'm going to do 1, 2. And let's color those fish in. Perfect. Now, you guessed it, 1, 2, 3. Let's go and get another color and do 1, 2, 3 fish. But instead of coloring them in, we're just going to trace them right now. So I'm going to trace 1, 2, 3 fish. I've traced my 3 fish in pink. The next after 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go in and grab a different color and just trace 4 fish with the color blue. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lastly, I'm going to grab my purple or a different color, and you guessed it, I'm going to trace 5 purple fishes. 5 purple fish. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there's 1 orange, 2 green, 3 pink, 4 blue, and 5 purple. So now that we've traced them, and we've done it correctly, let's go on in, color in our fish, and check back in a minute. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to cut them out. So grab your safety scissors and let's start cutting out our fish. So for this I want you to take your time. There's a lot of fish and it might take you a little bit of time, but that's okay. We're in no hurry and we want to be safe with our hands. I'm going to cut like this to make it a little bit easier for me to hold. So let's go on in and cut out all of our fish right now. Good cutting, everybody. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move our fish to the side very gently, and we're going to put down our fishbowl. So I love the way that this looks, but I'm really interested in making it look like water. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my blue crayon, and I'm just going to go on and color my whole fishbowl blue. So let's do that. Let's color it all in blue. And if you had multiple blues, more than one blue, you could go on in and do that too, adding different color shades of blue. But I'm just going to keep mine to one. Let's go and do that, filling in all the spots where we see the white. Looking good, almost done. Very nice. Okay, so hopefully you're doing yours too, and we're around the same time. You're probably already done by now. I like the way that looks. So put my crayon down, come on over here. I'm going to take my blue paper and I'm just going to create some waves. You can watch me first with my marker. And maybe your little waves will look differently than mine. That's okay. Maybe you don't want to add them. That's okay too. I'm going to go on in here and cut them out. Watching our fingers as we go around. And you don't have to go exactly on the line. I'm just using it as a guide because you can turn it over and the marker won't show, like so. So I like the way that that looks, and I think I'm going to just cut out like so. Totally freestyle. Just want there to be a little bit of layering in my fishbowl. I'm going to put this to the side, bring that back. We're just going to glue that on. So let's go ahead and grab our glue. Turn it to the wrong side, like that. Putting it down and putting it as close to the bottom as possible, like so. Perfect. Now let's bring back our fish. We know that we have 5 different colors. Do you remember what my first color was? That's right. It was an orange goldfish. So I'm going to grab my orange fish first, and I'm just going to take my glue and glue on one fish. Next, I'm going to find 2 of the same color. Can you see it? That's right, green. So let's go ahead and grab our green, and we're just going to keep them close together, but they don't have to be side by side. They can be however you like, just like that. Number 3, let's look. What color do you have for 3? I have pink. So let's go ahead and put our pink on our page. I'm going to keep them together even if they're not going the same direction. And I'll show you why in a moment. Next, I have 4. So I'm going to take my blue and put all my blue fish together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 blue fish. Lastly, I'm going to take my purples. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I have all my colored fish together. I'm going to take a marker and I'm going to write the number on. So this goldfish is the number 1. I'm going to write the number 1. On 2, I'm going to write the number 2. On 3, I'm going to write the number 3. What comes after 3? 4. I'm going to write the number 4. And last but not least, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's go ahead and put on our googly eyes. That's a lot of googly eyes. Good job on getting those all on. The last step is to use our green piece of paper. So what I was thinking is we could make some seaweed for inside the fishbowl. So all I'm going to do is take my black marker and just draw something that looks like seaweed. A little like that. Then maybe a smaller one, like so. You go ahead and draw whatever feels good to you. Take your scissors and cut it out. I'm going to go around now very carefully, touching my fingers and just getting in all the nooks and crannies. Now if you wanted the outline of your seaweed to show, you can get a little closer, but I'm going to turn mine over so it doesn't really matter how close I get. My last one here. I'm going to cut it out to make it a little bit easier to cut. And just go around and go on in, and maybe I'll change my mind and I'll go out here. It's up to you. This is just a guideline and you can always change your mind. So let's go in, bring back our glue, and just put a little bit on like so. And I think that I like the idea of having a little bit of seaweed up there. So I'm going to grab this and put it on like that. And you could put pieces all over, you could put more, you could put less. But that to me looks really fun, and I'm really pleased with how this fishbowl turned out. And there you have it, your very own fishbowl, the letter F. For fishbowl and fish, we counted all the way to the number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job, everyone. I hope you had fun. I'll see you next time.